The organism I chose to study is the koala. The habitat they rest in are eucalyptus forests. They are a vulnerable species with decreasing population size, and they are primarily found in eastern and southern regions of Australia. Koalas are mostly asocial marsupials that prefer a solitary lifestyle in the wild. However, their home range can overlap with other koalas, so it is not uncommon to spot them living in high density. So why eucalyptus forests? The koala's main source of food is the eucalyptus leaf, so it resides in forests filled with eucalyptus trees. Umwelt, self-world of the organism. The koala's self-world is centered around the olfactory system and is heavily influenced by their auditory system. The koala has relatively poor vision and relies on its other sensory systems. On the right is a table of the koala's sensory systems with descriptions of how the systems work. These are ranked in order of priority. Taxis in koalas. Chemotaxis is an organism's movement in response to a chemical. Koalas demonstrate this when searching for food. They use their excellent sense of smell to identify and select leaves with fewer defensive chemicals like tannins and phenolic compounds. So what would happen if a koala was dropped from the Empire State Building? It would not survive. The Empire State Building is 1,250 feet tall. The koala's physical characteristics like paws, weak leg muscles, large head, and size make them more vulnerable to injuries from significant drops, unable to absorb shock from the ground, and unable to brace for landing. The sensitive period is during the pouch stage, which is from birth to about 6 months. After birth, koalas are extremely underdeveloped and immediately crawl into the mother's pouch. They are entirely dependent on the mother for nourishment and protection. If the joey is exposed to external stimuli that affects their pouch stage, there will be irreversible effects on later behavior, and it may even cause death. The experimental question is, how do social interactions influence feeding behaviors in a koala? My hypothesis is that a koala will exhibit different feeding behaviors and durations based on the presence and proximity of other koalas in their feeding area. So this is Tim Bergen's proximal causal question because I'm looking at how the presence of other organisms causes a behavioral response in the subject organism. This is my ethogram. We'll mostly focus on the behaviors of chewing, which is the koala's rhythmic jaw movements while processing leaves, and feeding proximity, which is the koala's distance from other koalas while feeding. For sampling, I will record every behavior observed over the course of 30 minutes and focus on one koala's behavior in the presence of other koalas. This is called focal sampling. To enhance quality of observational data, I will include multiple observers, minimize observer bias by including clear definitions in the ethogram, study the same individual at the same time, and record a video and watch the behavior multiple times. And these are the sources I use. Thank you for watching.